ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another fantastic weekend of Formula 1 racing here on the EGL Extreme Gaming League. I'm Tipsy Bob, and joining me on the mic is my trusty sidekick and my good friend, Dad Bats. Covering all the action today, we're going to be covering everywhere from Monaco, Singapore, Abu Dhabi, and Bahrain, all across the world, all across the country. We have a full grid lined up, some of the best talent around the world. We have plucked them from all corners of the earth to give you some of the greatest racing experience viewing footage you'll ever see in your lifetime. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the EGL. There we go, all the cars are all lining up on the grid. They're all getting ready. The drivers will be focusing on their first corner. Are they going to take it? What are they going to do? Is they going to go deep? Are they going to go? Who knows? Let's take it out. Away we go! DRS is still active, and if Timo wants to get this moved on, he's gonna need to use this DRS zone, because I have a feeling... Oh no, Timo, cancel the first, you're in the traction zone! I tried to round up another overtake on 23 trademark. This is round 3. Timo cracks under the pressure once again!
And Timo are oh, he hits the pit! Oh no! Oh my god, this so sorry, control myself. So Timo
So what we gotta penalty too, so they can stand at the back together again, just like Timo likes it.
how many times did you see how many times Timo tried to get into the pit?
Hello and welcome to SRL TF4 for our Austrian Grand Prix this week. With me in the commentators booth today is Gerla and I am Kebab. Let's get this show on the road.
Hello, welcome to another race here at Austria for Tier 4.
Welcome Gerla. How are you doing this evening?
I'm alright. I hope you have an entertaining race. As you can see, there's the track record and the lap record on the screen.
So we've got Speedy with the track record at the moment, so we get a feeling that's going to definitely be beaten today. Some of the times that I've seen in practice and other sessions for Austria have wiped the floor with the times this year, so almost certain to see those records beaten.
Yeah. The records should be beaten, especially the track record one.
Yeah, not sure what the fastest time you've seen so far in qualifying is, but I have seen people hit the 3s. So
yeah, I mean, I think even the Alans, I think they can hit the 2s. It would be good if you could see something of that, but it's a bit fast. Let's see, we never know.
Yep, anything can happen, but there we go, straight away, Ace Boy, first lap of the session, a 103.7. Now that, I have to say, is very impressive.
Yeah, 103 is already really quick. It's a good bank.
On a banker lap, yeah. But we are seeing today at the moment, like, lots of people going for very, very different options on the tyres. Lots of people on the mediums. I'm not sure that that's the greatest option for the qualifying. Personally, I went with fork soft for the qualifying yesterday.
Yeah, I agree. Nick just did a 105.2 and Shaka 105.1 in mediums.
Very good times, I have to say.
Yeah, I think the best strategy around here is probably soft medium.
Yeah, for sure. Soft medium should get you to the end very easily. I think it does get a little easier if you do a medium to soft though. But I haven't tried that myself. So maybe some people are looking to do that. Maybe some people want to start on the mediums. Or it's possible that they're just trying to do a banker lap on the mediums because they don't want to. They want to save a spare set of softs for the race, maybe.
Yeah, and that's all assuming we don't have rain, as we did yesterday. That could influence every strategy.
We've got Owen in chat saying that the soft medium only works if you start on fresh tyres. I have to say I disagree with that because I did a race yesterday in practice and I'm pretty sure I got a soft medium without fresh tyres. I did it. So, not too sure how much. It is a tight soft medium, I have to admit that. It is tight, but I was looking at about 70% wear on the mediums at the end of the race, and that was pitting in at around lap 14, 15, where the softs were really starting to die.
Yeah, I think you can maybe take the softs around to lap 17 at maximum.
Well, we saw yesterday Shaka had almost 18 laps on the softs. You really stretched that stint out.
Yeah, I think that's a bit too much. As we've got almost every driver has made at least one lap. Definitely Botto is on an out lap now. He's as well going with the mediums. A lot of drivers actually opting for the mediums for the first run. Nice.
Yeah, it's a surprise, I have to say, that people are looking for the mediums on the runs, but you can get 4 runs out here in the qualifying, you know, so if people have gone for a balanced setup, it might, on the tyres, it might, they might just want to do the banker on the mediums, but I'm not entirely sure either. I don't know if you know either, how much quicker per lap on a qualifying lap the softs are than the medium compared to the mediums. Is it like a second or a half a second? I'm not sure.
I think it would be like a half a second. It also depends on like which driver. It can be different for everybody, but I think it's around half a second.
So yeah, half a second. That would put Shaka at a 1.104.6 on the soft. Yeah, it doesn't look as though the mediums are too slow, but it's definitely not. I don't think what you want to be qualifying on for your actual race. So I'm guessing most of these people are going to switch over to the soft and do a run on those instead.
Yeah,
as you're watching as definitely Bot comes around the final corner. Yeah.
104.2. It's a good lap.
That's a very good lap on mediums. Yeah, I mean that's about as well as I can do on the soft. But definitely Bot, almost certainly an alien. He's almost running away with the championship this in Tier 4 this season. Only Ace Boy is really competing with him at the moment, and we can see why as Crystal sets the new pole lap with a 103.5. Some very impressive times here, I have to say.
Crystals, I think, only did 1 lap, so I think we could get like 103 lows. Do you think there's any chance we can get a 102?
I think with only being half a second away from it would be remiss of me to say no. But it is a once you get into the 103s, I think it's very difficult to then get up into the 102s.
Well, Aceboy is
We
gonna
don't know.
finish.
We'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, Aceboy is gonna finish a lap now. Let's see if he can improve. He can, and he goes
105, 3.5. Very nice lap. Looking here, I'm seeing that people who haven't set laps at the moment: Fortune Hunter, Max, Nico, and Azikin. I'm not sure how to say that. But I know Max, for a fact, he's pretty quick. So we'll maybe see him in the top 10 once he puts a lap in.
yeah.
And Mehmet TV's 106 looks like I think he can do a lot better than that as well. So things could still be mixed up quite a bit towards the end of the qualifying, but Shaka puts in a 104.5 on the soft. So that's pretty much what I said before. Everybody's doing the same, doing it, all moving to the softs now. Mediums definitely don't seem to be the tyre to qualify on.
Yeah. As Mehmet TV is now on a lap on these new softs.
Oh, we've got a Renault off.
Is that?
Oh no, it's just Aceboy. He's
Yeah.
just going slowly. That's all.
Letting everybody through.
Just watching it, Ezeroglu come across through the final corner now to settle lap. Yeah, I think he can do a lot better than his 408.
Fortunate or does a 104.3.
Oh, doesn't improve. He's still in the medium, says Ezeroglu. I'm wondering what the thinking is behind that. I get the feeling he's going to have to come in and get the softs on at some point if he wants to get up in the higher spots in the grid, which Ezeroglu's definitely got the pace to do so. I'm sure. Have we got anybody on the lap at the moment? I wonder. X Crystal's coming across the line now.
Max is on his first lap.
X Crystals does improve very slightly and takes pole off of Aceboy, so it's proven to be very, very tight at the top.
Yeah, they're switching places. Max is going to the third sector now. He's going to finish his first lap, but I think it's invalid. Yeah, he aborted it.
Very easy to invalidate on this track. Very easy to pick up penalties as well.
And he's straight into the pits. Maybe Nick's gonna finish his lap on softs. No, he's starting a lap now.
Danny crosses the line to put in a very good lap, 104 dead.
Yeah, Danny also a good lap. But the Crystals and Aceboy seem to be ahead over the pack.
Yep. Yeah, definitely bot. Maybe hasn't got a good run in yet, but I'm sure he should be up there with them. He's just in the pits at the moment, so coming back into the pits at the moment, so he'll be rushing to get back out on another set of softs because I'm sure he can get into the 103s here. But very impressive from the great Lampros as well. He's a reserve driver today. Very, very quick time from him. 104 dead. Several people.
He's finishing on our lap. Let's see if he can improve. I can't see whether he's improving or not.
I missed it too.
He seems to continue with his lap and he's gonna cross the line. And I don't think he improves.
I don't think he did.
Yeah, so. Nick is also on the lap. His teammate.
Turkey, I think, yep, he's coming into the final sector now. And for some reason it didn't show me the the time difference across the line, but it looks good. He's improved by 4.5 tenths, puts himself up to 11th place. Looks like it's just a tidy lap from him. Maybe he'll go for a quicker one next time around, but
as they
Max.
the pit. We've got Fortunator starting him up, and definitely Bot is still in the pit with 3 minutes, almost 4 minutes to go. I know that does have more time than what we're seeing, but
it's a very, very short track, so getting 4 runs in is definitely possible, as well as you can leave as late as 1 minute 30 left to go and still make it in time for a lap.
he only did 1 lap on mediums, so he's
I think maybe he invalidated a soft run, that's why he hasn't improved on that 4.2 time he did on the mediums. But I'm pretty sure he did go out on the soft, but maybe he just invalidated it.
talking about invalidation. Fortunator just invalidated his lap 2, so he's gonna come into the pits as well.
I say, as people start to push near the end of the qualifying, we're starting to see a lot more invalidated laps come into play here now as somebody else joins the pits. I think that's X Crystal's coming in from his. Sure, actually, is it an offer of me or not? Max's is coming across the line now as we to set his time. He does, and he does put it in P3 with a very good lap, 1:3.7.
I think
At this stage, I'm thinking there are a few people who are likely going to be disappointed with their qualifying. Definitely Bot, I'm sure, is going to think. Surely he's got to be thinking about getting back out there and doing another run. But if he starts on the mediums in 10th, that's not so bad. It could stand him well in the race. But I think, if he starts in 10th on the mediums, I think he's going to lose a couple of spots almost immediately, and it takes a good 10 laps for the softs to fall off. I think we've also got Mehmet TV on a lap. No, he's not using a ERS at the moment, so I think he's just on an out lap.
Yeah, I'm trying. Nico's with his lap. Tilde is on a lap. He's in sector 3 now. And Ace Boy retired in the pit, so he's happy with his time. And
Feels as though he couldn't improve on it, maybe.
Crystals does improve, and he goes fastest with a 1:3.3.
Just sending a message, I think that is, from Crystals to Ace Boy. Like Ace Boy's maybe sending one back by saying, "I don't even need to go on another run." But yeah, looks like it's going to be very tight between those two at the top. But not many other people are really that close. I mean, Ezeroglu's also hit the 3s, and Nico's hit the 3s. As Tilda gets it very wrong and goes wide out of turn 4. I'm not sure if he was on a lap, but it's still valid if it is. And I don't think he's going to set a time with that at all now that he's made that mistake. See, we've got the great Lampros coming across the line now as well, and again he doesn't improve. He's 3/10 up on his time.
Starting his lap now. Lampros
Oh yeah.
has his Fortunator. No, he's not. And supposedly the time has run out, and definitely Bot is on an out lap, so.
That's a known bug that we've had for a while since 2020 came out, that qualifying ends early for the spectators compared to the drivers, so we may still have some time here for a couple of people to cross the line.
He's only will have 1 lap, and he'll have to do below 3.3 if he wants to get into pole.
The Grey Lampros is up by 4/10 almost as he comes in at the final sector for his run, and he validates it on the last corner as he just loses it a little bit on traction.
Yeah, that's
very unfortunately. 4/10 up, that would have been a 3rd place for him if he hadn't invalidated.
Bot is invalidated as well, I believe.
Oh, That is unfortunate. Yes, he has.
He's
Very unfortunate. That means that he's really got a task on his hands now to do well in this race. But it also means that he will be probably starting on the mediums as well, because that time I think he set was on the mediums, was it not? So
yes, it was. But he'll
So,
start,
yeah.
he'll start from outside the top 10, so that doesn't matter anyway.
very true. Yeah, because now he's been pushed out. Is anybody else still left on a?
You have Nick.
Oh.
Nick finishing up his lap now, and he does improve, but only by some thousandths of a second, and he does improve positions. Lampros is in the pits. Max has invalidated, and I think that's it. Turkey is in the gravel. I don't know what happened to him, as Mehmet TV just goes 13th fastest, so he will not be too happy about his quali as well. And that's it for the qualifying session.
Yep, that looks as though we've got our order as it stands. So we have Crystals, a very impressive lap, putting it on pole. Ace Boy right behind him, only 1.5 tenths between them two at the top. So the big question here at the moment is definitely Bot at the start of the race. What's he going to do at the start of the race? Is he going to start on the softs with everybody else, or are the back runners going to go for the mediums? And correct me if I'm wrong, there's no rain at all in the race by the look of it.
I don't know, we'd have to be lucky enough to have some crew chiefs tell us that info.
If anybody can in the chat, let us know what the weather looks like for the race. But yeah, looks like we're going to have an interesting one. We are seeing a few of the reserves here putting their name forward for a permanent seat here as well. Great Lampos looked very quick there, as did Azaikin.
Azaikin, yeah, right behind him.
So it could be that we could have some new battles in Tier 4.
As we're gonna have
To replace.
we're gonna have a look at the standings.
Okay. So pretty sure it's definitely Bot who's leading the championship. Yep, there he is, 10 points ahead of Ace Boy. So for this race, it's definitely all on definitely Bot at the moment as he's starting in 11th. But I mean, this is something that definitely Bot's almost becoming famous for, as he tends to start races near the back of the top 10. He usually starts on a harder tyre than everybody else and wins anyway. So we'll see what he can do to make it through the field.
We also
this
have
week.
Crystals on the pursuit for that. For
Yeah,
those two.
Crystals is, I have to say, I started racing with Crystals in Tier 4 because up until yesterday or the day before I was a Tier 4 racer, and when I first started racing, Crystals was one of my main rivals. I was trying to compete with him on the pace, and it was tricky to say the least, but he has just got faster, and more importantly, he's very, very much improved the cleanliness of his racing. He has a lot less incidents than he used to, so I'm hoping that he can maybe get involved in this championship soon.
Yeah. Let's see what he can do from pole, as we have a really cloudy Austria.
Yeah, it looks very foggy and dark. Well, it could just be that way for the whole race, but it is going to affect the track temperatures. The traction zones on this track are very, very harsh, especially coming in here out of the turn 3. The very, very tight right-hander. That's almost a hairpin, but apparently isn't a hairpin, so I've been told.
Yeah.
So I think the temperatures might affect that, because yesterday when I was driving with the wet and the rain, the traction was very, very poor. Even when it was dry, it was becoming hard to get away from those corners. So I'm wondering whether that's going to catch some people out here, because as just a slight drop in the temperatures on the track can cause major problems.
Let's hope every driver can warm up his tires. And let's hope we have a clean start.
Yeah.
As they're making...
Everybody seems to be giving each other a lot of space here. We've got a few gaps forming on the formation lap, so that could affect people's tyres from the start. It's a very tricky start to the race because it's not a very long run into turn 1.
Yeah, it's not, and it's a tricky turn 1. It's really narrow.
Yeah, if you get that wrong as well, yeah, the resultant loss of speed across the next straight from turn 1 to 3 is incredibly disadvantageous. If you've gotten a poor exit out of turn 1, you're going to get mugged by every driver behind you. Let's see how we're going to get the lights now. So the lights are coming on. I can't actually see whether they're lit or not, but we're ready. Away we go for the. Oh no, there the lights go. And we're held for a little while, and
We're off.
well, are we off?
Yeah,
And we're finally off at the Austrian GP. And Crystals gets a very poor start. Ace Boy's already alongside of him, looking into turn 1. Crystals gets a very good round, does it very well around the outside though to keep the position, and looks very clean heading into turn 3 now. Let's see if Ace Boy's going to make any moves here. Nope. Looks as though he's going to tuck in behind for the time being. As yeah, very stream stopped.
The two Alpha Towers are battling, and Lampros just dives on Nico I'm sorry, for P5. As Danny got a really bad start off the line. He's down to P7, but it was fairly clean from what I could see.
Ross Lepson during that as well, and he's asking for a re-invite, but I can't seem to give him an invite. Is there any chance that you could give him a quick look on Steam?
I'm not his friend, and I can't tab out because of the stream.
Yeah, okay, no problem. I'll just keep checking on it.
As we see every driver in single file. We have further back, there's a yellow flag, there's a Mehmet TV. Mehmet TV has had contact with the wall and he has damage. So that's a shame for him. As we've got Crystals and Ace Boy already having a gap from P3, which is a zero glue. And we still have the Alpha Towers fighting each other. There's definitely bots making a move on Ace-Ken.
Definitely bot wasting no time in trying to get up the pack there. As biggest winner from the start, the first couple of laps there seems to be Great Lampros. He's gained some 3 positions there at the expense of Danny and Nico. Tilda picks up a 3-second time penalty. Mentioned before, time penalties are going to definitely come into play here.
Yeah, a lot of time penalties. We'll see for sure. As everybody goes around cleanly into turn 2 for the second time. In the meanwhile, Azure Glue has caught up a little bit with Ace Boy and Crystals. He's not letting them get away with it. And the DRS on this track is also really powerful, and it is already activated, so...
Max there picking up a 3-second time penalty as well. But it seems as though the front 4 are locked in a small DRS train at the moment.
Yeah, the top 6, the top 5 I think all have DRS. And Nick is dropping a little bit back as he's suffering pressure from Danny, who's looking for an overtake into turn 3. He goes for the outside line. It's hard to keep it around the outside, but he gets a better traction and he's going to do it. No, Nick is still there, and he doesn't get this move done, Danny.
Fortunately, yeah, it's been very difficult to keep it around the outside of that turn 4. you get so much more traction on the inside line. And it makes it difficult to make that move. As you see, not very quickly, all of a sudden everybody's kind of created gaps, and something unfortunate's happened to Ike, and I missed that.
Yeah, he hit it.
And
He hit it for hours for some reason. I didn't catch that either.
I'm guessing him and Mehmet TV maybe had an incident and got damaged and had to stop for the hards. Maybe they're trying to take those hards to the end now. Well, Mehmet's on the mediums,
Yeah.
so I think that's probably maybe the better choice, but I don't think the hards are very good around here, full stop.
Tilda
But,
just
you know, I think-
completed the move on Nico for P8.
Again, right, that seems to be the overtaking spot into that turn 4. If you get the inside line, easy to make a move there.
Yeah, for sure. Ace Boy still pressuring Crystals.
I'm wondering how much he wants to actually pressure him and how much he's just trying to slipstream along and save his resources for later.
Yeah, because Crystals is really low on ERS, while Ace Boy still has 70%. So I think that's what his plan is. Make Crystals waste all his game up.
No, I think we've lost Lepson. Unfortunately, he's disconnected and I'm unable to re-invite him at the moment, so I'm not sure. I think his race may be over, unfortunately. That's very unfortunate for him.
Torska just
Obviously,
sorry, Torska just hit the back of Fortune Hunter, but Fortune managed to save the car somehow. And I believe Torska should have damage. Yes, he does. He's missing an end plate, so he'll probably want to pit this time. As
I have noticed driving with damage around this track isn't so bad if it's light damage, so you may be better off staying out.
well, I believe he's missing an end plate, so that's might be orange damage. As definitely bot made up one more position on Nico, and he's now going after Tilde. As Shaka locks up and goes
Shaka
really wide.
gets it very wrong. Yeah, I think he just tried to avoid the back of Nico there. I think he goes breaking point wrong. Yeah.
Meanwhile, we missed it as Zero Glue made a move on Ace Boy, and they're still fighting.
Yep. Just spotted that as you mentioned it as well. So Ezra Glue proving he's got the pace here. He's really putting a spanner in Ace Boy's works. Maybe if Ace Boy was hoping to just cling on to X Crystals, Ezra Glue's put an end to that, let's say.
Yeah. As Zero Glue now though, he's only has 10% ERS, he's really low on it. Meanwhile, Ace Boy has been saving. But Max as well, right on the back of Ace Boy. He wants a piece of that as well.
So who's close on track? So Ace Boy and Max. It does seem like a very good fight for the top 4 for the champion, for the win of this race at the moment.
Yeah, it's really close between
Great
the top 4.
They're pulling out a large gap on their 5th place, Great Lampos. So, but definitely bot on those mediums. He's got past 2 so far, and he's already on the back of Tilda. So he could very much have a say in the end of this race.
Yes, he's caught up to this little train that is forming behind Nick. As I've lost the timing, as Tilde goes
Yeah, I
wide,
lost time too.
and he goes wide again, and definitely Bot is gonna take that chance as Ace Boy gets a penalty. So
Okay, so I think that's the
There's
first
the
penalty
other
from the front runners.
that's
But
MTV had an incident, but he still has his front wing, so he's almost getting lapped, so that's not a...
That's very unfortunate for Mehmet. We know he's quicker than this as well. I'm guessing he's just had one of those races to forget at this stage, but
Whoa.
recovery drive can happen.
Aceboy and Eziroglu fighting again.
Oh, as Eziroglu's taking it around the outside, yeah.
Ooh, they touch.
Very dangerous to go too wide through these corners. Who's going to give it up, I wonder? It looks as though it's going to be Aceboy.
They're still side by side.
Still side by side coming into these final corners where it's twice as dangerous as Aceboy sends it around the outside.
He does.
At the touch. And Eziroglu, they've both got away with that. I thought Eziroglu may have been sent into the pit wall there. Neither one of these is going to give us up, and Max
three wide,
going
Max
3 wide into turn 1. Max brightly backs out of that.
They go wide in.
And Max takes full advantage of those two fighting in front. What a decision from him to back out of that 3 wide. Excellent racing there from all three of them. But I think
Aceboy are still side by side. Meanwhile,
neither of these guys wants to give this up. This is incredible racing.
Wow.
Aceboy finally gets his nose in front. Max
thinking of a dive and
he's still going to go down the inside. Oh, what a... Oh, he doesn't get it done. He just doesn't get the traction out of the corner. Has to put too much input into the steering wheel there, essentially, and he doesn't get it done.
Oh.
But all of this means that the Great Lampros has now caught up right at the back of them, so now have...
Yeah, he has
5 people in this running now if he can stick to the back of them, but it looks as though he might already be falling off now that they've stopped fighting.
Yeah.
But X Crystals is absolutely loving this at the moment because he's pulled out a 1.8 second gap over the others now, so it's all playing right into his hands.
I think Nick is the first one to stop.
Right, I think I might need to get my glasses checked or something with that Ferrari 1-2. Like, that's something that's unheard of in this day and age.
Yeah.
It looks as though definitely Bot has got past Danny now as well, so he's on a charge, definitely Bot. He's going to be quickly closing up to Great Lampros, and let's see what he can do when he gets involved in this fight for the front.
Sorry, Turkey just went for a move on Torska, but he locked up completely and he went so wide that Torska got the position back.
Yeah, I saw the after effects of that. I wasn't sure who was making the move on who. One more.
Max gets his, I believe, his first penalty, or maybe his second.
Okay.
And Lampros pit, so he's going for the undercut. I think it's a bit early to pit for... Oh, he's going for hard, so he can do the rest of the race on hards, I believe.
Max picks up another 3-second time penalty. I think that's his second 3-second time penalty. So these 10 penalties for Max are going to start adding up.
Yeah.
If other people around him aren't picking them up. So I don't think Crystals has got any. I don't think Eziroglu's got any. I think Aceboy's got 1 and Max has got 2. So I missed something happening with the Great Lampros there, but he's obviously made a mistake at some point. He's now down at 13.
He
pitted
for hards, yeah.
Very early for the hards, but soft hard strategy isn't the worst strategy because of some people do find it difficult to get the soft medium to work.
Yeah, and he's basically undercutting everyone in front of him because Aceboy, Max, and Eziroglu, these guys are all fighting. So he's gonna try the undercut to maybe see if he can get those positions.
Definitely Bot gets 4th place now with Eziroglu pitting.
Yeah, he pitted for hards as well, so
yeah, a couple of different strategies being played out here. So we're going to be very interesting for the tier 1, 2 and 3 boys to have a look at and see which strategies they're going to go for, as I'm sure there's a few of them watching today trying to pick up some tip. As I think
there's the yellow flag in sector 2. I think that's Is that? I think that's
Oh,
Fortunator.
Looks like there was a Haas going very slow there.
Yeah, I think he lost traction out of turn 2. And he spun it, but no damage, so he's able to continue. And Max is pitting.
So, Max, let's see what tyres he's going to go on to then, because everybody else has gone for the hards up until now. I think from here you can get the mediums to the end, and he is going for the mediums. And he might get an undercut here on Crystals. So he could take the lead of the race.
Yeah, possibly.
As I think we do finally have Lepton back into the race now that he's... I don't think he's no longer ghost as yet, so excellent. We've got Lepton back, so maybe he can look to do something from where he is now, but it's unfortunate that he's
Turkey is going
out of the running.
Turkey is going for a move on Torska again. He doesn't get it again, but Torska has no ERS now. But he's too far back for a dive into turn 3, so he'll just sit back for another lap.
I think he needs to think about making that move sooner rather than later with Max backside at the moment, so Max is going to want to get past both of those cars as quick as possible. And if you're Turkey, you really want to make sure that you're in front of Torska before that happens. Ezeroglu picks up a 3-second time penalty, so we are starting to see the penalties flying in thick and fast now for these top runners.
There's a battle between Tide and Nico for provisional P3, as Nico just overtook Tiles.
I'm just going to see where Max and Crystals end up together here as Crystals comes out of the pit. Is Max going to get this undercut? He doesn't, by the looks of it. Max has been held up by traffic, so
yeah,
he's actually 4 places behind Crystals. So Crystals, that pit stop, going to work out very well for him, I think.
That's Turkey and Torska who are still fighting. They're going side by side, and they're slowing down Max.
Yeah, looks like Turkey's got the move done, but that has cost Max a lot, that traffic there, as Max does make a late move onto Torska, and he's nudged out. Torska just didn't leave the space. I'm not sure if he was expecting the dive. It did come very late, and he's lost out to Ezeroglu.
Ezeroglu goes wide, and Max goes for the switchback.
Yeah, that's a very good move from Max.
I don't know how he saved that, but he did.
Yeah, Max has done very well there to kill on that position from Ezeroglu, because I thought Ezeroglu was taking that for sure, but I think maybe we're seeing the tyre difference come into play here, because those hards, I don't think they've got the traction as Max gets a very good third sector, and he takes Torska as well, but he does get another penalty.
And we have Aceboy coming out of the pits now. Turkey goes through, and yeah, Aceboy got ahead of Max and Ezeroglu, so that played into his favor. Max now going for a move on Torska.
Yeah, they were having a bit of a battle all the way through turn 1 up to turn 3 there. No love lost between the two by the looks of things. There's a lot of bumping, even on the straight.
Yeah, Torska picked up some damage from all of that racing.
So now we've got to think about here now. Definitely Bot leading the race, starting on the mediums. His plans come to fruition. It looks like he's now got 13 seconds almost on Crystals, but he needs 17 roughly to make a pit stop and still be out in front of Crystals. And I don't think that's going to be possible. I don't think he's going to, you'd have to be really quick to gain another 5-6 seconds out in front now. So I think he's still going to have some work to do once he's pitted.
Yeah. As Max gets past Turkey on these fresh mediums, and now it's Ezeroglu's time to do the same. As Shaka might be going for a move on Nico. Shaka goes for the outside line, but he gets his move done before the...
Well before the corner, yeah. So, looking at the position changes at the moment, we've got definitely Bot in first place, obviously gaining 11 positions there, but obviously he still has the pit stop to make, and we've got to see how that's going to turn out for him. But other notable mentions, Turkey also up 11 spots, and Torska up 7 spots.
Yeah.
the moment. So good races for both of them. Days to forget maybe for Isaac and Nico, who are both down 6 positions each.
Yeah.
We've still got 4 drivers to make a pit stop at the moment, and Fortune Hunter is one of those, so definitely a race to forget for him as well, languishing in 14th with a pit stop to make still.
Now Zero Blue finally makes a move on Turkey, and now they're all bunched up again. Crystals from Ace Boy, from Max, and Zero Blue for Divisional P5.
Yeah, there's definitely what should be pitting any moment now on those mediums, I think. Although no, not necessarily. You can take them maybe a fair bit longer, but Crystals is catching up to him. He's gained a second in a lap or 2, so
yeah,
almost certain that definitely what's going to have probably going to be behind Ezeroglu after the pit stop, most likely. I'm not entirely sure where he'll end up.
I think he'll end up maybe around P7 or 8.
Oh, Danny is making a move on Torsk into the final 2 corners. He's got the inside line here, and it looks as though he's got the move done. A very nice overtake, very brave overtake into those 2 corners as well, as he does get the move on Torska. Shaka picks up the 3-second time penalty, and that may come into play close at the end of the race when he's looking for those points positions. See other drivers pick up penalties as well.
And Shaka, I believe Shaka made a mistake somehow, because he's down in the back of Tilde and Nico again.
Yeah, maybe he must have. Doesn't look as though he's got damage or anything like that, so maybe he just lost traction and lost a couple of places, because the grid at the moment is very, very tight compared to. I mean, we are seeing gaps form, but one mistake can cost you 3 or 4 positions, regardless of which position you're in at the moment. It's only really.
Lamprose just lost it and he's out. Lamprose is out. He was trying to overtake Torska, but he lost control of the car, and he went. And we have a virtual safety car. But definitely Bot has already passed the pit, so he's not going to capitalize on it.
I think it may be too early to capitalise on it. Anyway, 16 laps on the soft.
I mean,
Yeah, that would be a
16 laps is
stretch.
doable, I think.
It's doable, but it's a stretch, and I think the VSC, if it doesn't last that long, which it hasn't, it's already over. It's not gonna, unless you're like already deciding to go in the pit as as it starts.
Well, Turkey,
not
Nick,
gonna help
and
much.
Turkey, Nick, and Torska all pitted. Turkey pitted for fresh softs.
I think that may end up as a mistake in the end. Come the end, as he's a bit of contact with Ike.
Tilde he's around in turn 2. I don't know if he had some contact with Shaka, or if he just lost it out of traction.
I'm not sure either, but no damage for either of them by the looks of things. So yeah, Shaka all of a sudden had a one mistake, and now he's with the pit stops that people have made, he's back into the points. So he'll be very pleased with how that went, even if he did make a mistake.
I agree. The closest battle we have now is Azakan pursuing Turkey.
Azakan on 16 lap old hards. I don't know if he's going to be able to get those to the end. I'm not sure. I don't think they ever fall off, but I think they may get into puncture territory before the end of the race. So he may decide to pit for softs before that happens.
Yeah, possibly.
Yep, gaps are really starting to kind of open up now. Crystals really seems to be a man on a mission. He is closing the gap on definitely Bot by almost half a second a lap by the looks of things. As definitely Bot is in the pit.
Yeah, definitely Bot pitting now. Let's see where he comes out.
He's going for the soft, so he definitely feels as though he can go to the end on the soft. You can from here, 22 do 14 laps on the soft is not too difficult.
Ezio has already gone past him. Danny's now coming up to turn
Yeah,
1.
Danny's going to get him, I think. Yep,
Yeah,
definitely.
he does.
But he's slotted in nicely behind him there, so he is going to get some
Yeah.
DRS.
Danny has
Straight away.
DRS. Danny's flashing his red lights, and definitely Bot's going round the outside with those fresh softs as he almost loses it, but
He caught it very well there. I think he just lost it on traction there. I don't think there was contact, but he's wasted no time at all in trying to get past Danny. Danny rightly doesn't try and fight it back because he realises he's on the fresh softs.
so
But definitely Bot is going to be on a huge charge now, trying to get through those front 4.
yeah, he's got 10 seconds to the leader, and he's got quite a few laps to do it. So I think it's if he has the right pace, I think he's on for a podium at least.
I think with his penalty situation, because I don't think he's got a single penalty either, I think he's still very much favourite for this race. Crystals, as fast as he is prone to a spin or two every now and again. So it's be interesting to see how well he can handle the pressure of leading from the front. And I don't know if he'll probably know as well in the back of his head that definitely Bot is still in the race. You might not be able to see him on his screen anywhere at the moment, but he'll be coming up fast and he'll be thinking about that and trying to get away. But it does look as though he has made a mistake that's allowed Ace Boy to get back onto him already. Is that the commentator's curse striking again?
Yeah, Crystal's already suffering pressure from Ace Boy, and Crystal's is very low on ERS, while Ace Boy is still saving it.
That is a surprise, Crystal's been low on ERS, because he's been leading the race from the beginning. There was absolutely no reason for him to be using that ERS. I'm guessing he was just trying to push to create the gap and it hasn't worked.
Yeah.
That's very unfortunate for Crystals because he does have the pace to win races, definitely has the pace. It's just sometimes I think he makes the wrong decisions, and sometimes, as I am prone to myself as well, makes the odd little mistake here and there that cost him, and I think he's done it again this day.
Meme TV is having an incident again in turn 2.
Yeah, lots of people struggle with traction out of the turn 3 hairpin / not hairpin, but close battle on the moment as Tilda is looking to make to catch up on Shaka.
Yeah, they're both.
We'll get the move done here as well. Shaka dipped a wheel under the grass there and cost him quite a bit of time down that straight. So I think if he gets a traction right here, he's going to try and make a move into turn 4. He's going on the outside. Shaka rightly defends the inside. Very, very good defense here.
Ooh,
Oh, Shaka gets it all wrong.
yeah.
Luke misses the breaking point. That's unfortunate, but hopefully it doesn't cost him too much. But he has lost a place to Turkey as well.
And I believe no, Tilly has no damage. But Turkey is now right on the back of him. And Crystals, what happened to Crystals?
Oh, I have no idea. Something must have gone wrong there. Maybe that was when Ace Boy maybe made a move and it caused a problem.
What I know is definitely Bot is right on the back of him. And he's looking to capitalize as he gets a good exit out of turn 2.
Every time I see definitely Bot race, I think more and more that his name isn't a joke. He might actually be a bot. Because the guy, he just doesn't make mistakes. He's got incredible pace. He gets through the grid every time. He's always involved in action, overtaking cars and things like that. He just doesn't seem to get involved in any incidents. Doesn't have any spins. He just brings it, and it brings it home every time.
Yeah, that's one move done. 3 to go as Max gets another penalty.
So these penalties for Max are really, really racking up now, and I think that's going to cost him big at the end of the race. As I can see now, he's got 1, 2, 3, 4 penalties, 5 penalties already. So that's going to cost him a podium in this race. I think these penalties. So I don't think drivers around him have got so many. And I know Danny is a fairly clean driver, so he could be looking. If things go his way in this race, Danny, Nico and Turkey could very well be looking at a podium.
Yeah.
If drivers in front are picking up these penalties. But I think at the moment, Ace Boy's on his favourite to win the race, but definitely Bot can definitely put a spanner in the works if he can get through Ezeroglu and Max. But we know that Ezeroglu does not give up places lightly from earlier in the race.
Yeah, they had a massive fight. Let's see how definitely Bot can cope with it. Crystal's
Definitely.
as well is falling back.
He's not falling off, no, he's definitely got the pace, but just pick up a penalty there, because it is very hard to follow cars on this track, especially through the last 2 corners. The dirty air just causes so much understeer that you're almost certain to go wide if you take it at normal speed. But you see, Ace Boy is creating a bit of a gap between him and Max at the moment, but I think Max, unfortunately, is out of this one with the amount of penalties that he's got. So realistically, we're looking at Ace Boy, Ezeroglu, and definitely Bot for the podium at the moment.
Yeah, it's definitely Bot tried to go around the outside, but Ezeroglu defended the inside very well, and he gets away with it.
Ezeroglu's quickly gaining a reputation as a very, very tough defender and harsh driver. He maybe had some incidents early in his league career in SRL for maybe causing a couple of incidents that were avoidable, but he is cleaning up as we go along. But I have to say, he hasn't lost any of that aggression at all. Definitely a hard person to overtake.
You know, it's gonna be even harder because definitely Bot is low on ERS now. Ezeroglu defends the inside once again, but this time definitely Bot made the move even before the corner, so he's up to P3.
Ezeroglu is already under pressure from Crystal, so I think that's why he can't fight back. I think it's the hard tyres as well. He's not really going to have much of a chance to fight against these guys on those hard tyres.
Yeah, he pitted early, tried the undercut, but
doesn't seem to have paid off for him, has it?
yeah, at least in the long run it didn't.
Yeah, definitely Bot with the medium to soft. I mean, it looks as though like from qualifying he started on the mediums and he never really got a lap, never did a lap on the softs that counted. So it looks as though this was his plan from the beginning: start the mediums, have a very quick soft run on the end of the in the last stint, and it seems to be working for him yet again. But yeah, we are seeing lots of spread around the track now at the moment. We've only really got Crystals, definitely Bot and Ezeroglu fighting on track.
Indeed.
But
Yes.
what a fight it is, though, because at the moment, like this tier might be one of the most competitive because so many people able to fight for the top spots. I mean, we are seeing the same 2 people come to the top of the pile every time, Ace Boy and definitely Bot. But I think if some of these other drivers, Max, Ezeroglu, Crystals, and Danny, if they can, in first 3 cases, clean up their act a little bit, and avoid penalties, avoid incidents a bit better, they will definitely be in the running for the championship, or could definitely gain some points. And Danny, I think he just needs to find that little bit of extra pace because he's already got the cleanliness.
Yes.
Danny's standing in good stead. He does pick up a lot of points.
Indeed.
Yeah, as we get into the last 6 laps, we are looking for a very interesting finale here. I still can't really call who's going to win this race, can you?
No, I can't. I don't know. Well, Ezeroglu and Crystals are going with definitely what they're using him to catch up to Max.
Ezeroglu maybe had a peek there on him there. I'm not so sure Ezeroglu really wants to make a move here.
Yeah,
I think that might be a mistake on his part.
he goes a bit wide, and now he's
think-
under pressure.
Yeah, he's going to try and defend the inside there, but Crystals, rightly so, isn't interested in a move here. Like, Crystals, I think, has got the right idea here. He doesn't want to try and overtake here. He just wants to hold on at the back of definitely Bot without losing too much time, because they need all 3 of those people need to catch up to Max and Ace Boy. And if they're fighting with each other, they're never going to be able to do that. Oh, Crystals does get a bit twitchy there.
They need all the DRS they can get, and Max gets another penalty. I've lost count of how many there are.
Yeah, I think he may be running into disqualification territory soon. But looking at the ARS standings at the moment, we've got Ace Boy at around 45-50%. Max is down to 20. Definitely Bot is less than 10 at the moment. Ezeroglu, again, very low. So it looks as though Ace Boy is winning the ERS war at the moment. He's really very impressive in every race that I've seen him in at saving that ERS for throughout the race. He very rarely drops below 50%. So he's always got it there to defend with and to attack with.
There's Meme
Yellow
TV.
in
It's Meme TV again.
loses it again in that turn 3, turn 2, 3, whichever one floats your boat is what to call it. But yeah, Meme TV's definitely have a race to forget. He's 47 seconds behind the pack at the moment, and looks as though Lepson has dropped out again by looks. I think that looks why he's not.
As Nick SK is trying to get a move on Shaka, but Shaka is using Lepson, who is lapped to get the DRS, and so he managed to hold on.
Question is, can he hold on after his tow car is overtaken? That's the question.
They've been behind them for a lap now. Shaka still has DRS.
He's almost certainly going to get past him this time, but he's not going to get it on this straight here, because I think the detection points here. So yeah, no DRS for Shaka this time. So is Nico going to get that done now? I wonder. I'll keep an eye on the battle for third.
Ooh, Nick touches Shaka, and Shaka almost spins round, but he managed to hang that in, and somehow he gets away with it.
Relatively clean race so far, but I think the FIA will definitely have some work to do after this, because there have been a few incidents, and I'm sure a few drivers won't be happy with things. Shaka gets it very wrong into that corner there, and the door's open for Nico, but he didn't take it.
I don't think definitely, but I think definitely but ran out of pace, and he's not catching Max anymore.
Yeah, I think so too. He's not really the interval between Max and Ace Boy hasn't changed for 4 laps or so either. So I think Ace Boy is in command at the moment, but definitely Bot is almost certainly going to get second place on penalties. Max, unfortunately, I think he's going to lose out on a podium entirely, because Ezeroglu and Crystals are so close behind. Definitely Bot, they're almost certainly going to take it away. So I think Ezeroglu at the moment could be in place for a podium finish.
Nick finally gets past Shaka.
Going to have a quick spy of the penalty situation. So
Can you
Ace Boy has. Sorry.
can you check Ezeroglu and Crystals?
Yep. So Ace Boy's got 1 penalty. Max, we don't even need to think about because he's got so many. Definitely Bot, no penalties whatsoever. He has 1 warning. Very impressive. Ezeroglu has 1 penalty.
Oh, I'm sorry to interrupt you. Crystals goes for a move down inside of definitely Bot, and he gets a move down, and
Ezeroglu got the move done, yeah. So I think I may have got something wrong with the penalties there, because the drivers were moving as I was looking at the penalties. So yeah, definitely Bot 0 penalties. Ezeroglu has 1 penalty, so definitely Bot's still going to get second place after that move from Ezeroglu. And Crystals has 1 penalty and 2 warnings by the looks of things, but it looks like you got 3 warnings in 1 lap in 1 corner, so that may be removed if it wasn't surfed in the pit, which I don't think it will be. So yeah, at the moment Ace Boy in a commanding lead of the race. He has got the 1 second, 3 second time penalty, but I don't think Ezeroglu will be able to get into the 3 seconds, and he needs to overtake him on track essentially because he's got a penalty as well. But definitely Bot, very much. If he had the pace for these last couple of laps, he was so close on winning this race, I think. But he ran out of puff at the end.
I don't know when that happened, but he picked up some damage. He's missing an end plate, and that's why his pace is gone.
So yeah, possibly, definitely some work for the FIA to do after this. Let's see here. We've got another battle going on still between Nick, Shaka, and Azaiken for the last points paying place as well. So an interesting finale here at Austria. But I think Ace Boy, as he starts the final lap, I don't think anybody can catch him at this stage. Even with the 3-second penalty that he's got, nobody is within 3 seconds.
Yeah, he started the last
That can overtaking him. And I'm just thinking here, driver of the day. I'm not sure
driver of
who
the
to
day.
go
Well,
for. I think it's a tricky one. I mean, Turkey's done very well to get from up 8 positions to 8th, and definitely Bot has gained 8 positions as well. But
yes.
I am very, very tempted to give it to Eziroglu, of all people, funnily enough. I think his race has been extremely clean.
Ace Boy
Extremely
finishes the race and he wins the Austrian Grand Prix. Max gets his provisional second place as he drops down to second, and now definitely Bot to second. And Ace Boy to second, actually.
Danny
Oh,
got first. I think this may be a bug here. Something's gone wrong there, because I don't think Danny will be, because it's saying plus 132 to Ace Boy. So I think that may be possible. We may have to do some
yeah.
calculations after this to figure out what's gone on there.
It says Ace Boy finished 1 minute and 32 seconds behind Danny. So that's quite impossible.
Yeah, I definitely think that's a bug there. But as we go through, I think it's Ace Boy we've got in first place. Definitely Bot gets his second place, as we thought. Eziroglu brings it in third to get his podium. Crystals just misses out on the podium. It's a very unfortunate race for him. Just one mistake cost him this time, I think. That one mistake cost him the win, I think it was. And then maybe he had some kind of incident with it. Definitely Bought Ace Boy as things were heating up near the end. But the race gives it to Turkey. Who's your driver of the day, Gerla?
Well, I have to go with definitely Bot. He made a great strategy. He got a lot of positions, and he only got damage in the end, which prevented him to get some more positions. But yeah, so I'd go with him. But yeah, honorable mention to Turkey as well. And yeah.
Yeah, I can't say I disagree with putting definitely Bot on the driver of the day. Yeah, I think there they go. As you can see, 32.2 seconds best lap from Danny. So I think there may have been an issue there. So I'm not entirely sure where Danny's come, but I would say he's probably 6th or 5th. Sorry, but it's very possible that he may have jumped a spot at the end there, given the time penalties around, and he hasn't got any.
Yeah.
So FIA made you look at that, but yeah, I can't disagree with definitely Bot for driver of the day, but I was very impressed with Eziroglu today as well. He made some very impressive overtakes and had a very clean race.
He lost one position though, because he started third. He lost to definitely Bot.
Well, I mean, I think he's finished where he started, because Danny's got that position above him, hasn't he?
Oh, yeah.
He's held his position. But yeah, I suppose not a great deal of options for driver of the day, I have to say. But Turkey, I have to say, I'm impressed with 16th to 8th as well, with just a 1 second. But I'll side with you on that one and say definitely Bot for the time being, for the driver of the day, because it was an extremely clean race and he was very, very close to winning it. Very unfortunate that he didn't.
I think we can interview the drivers and then decide.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Who's going to be driver of the day? Let's see who we have for interviews. just wait a little bit. Let the drivers cool down after this, I'm sure, hard race.
I'm only seeing Shaka and Sonny at the moment in the thing, but so I'll put out a call to action. So we've got Ace Boy ready for an interview here at the moment. Should we bring him in? Get the race winner's thoughts on that one?
Yeah.
Yep.
Let's bring in Ace Boy.
Okay, I'll drag him in. Okay, so hello Ace Boy, and congratulations on yet another fantastic win in SRL. How did that go for you? How did you feel that went?
That went pretty well. Gotta say, I was looking forward to battling it out with Crystals. Don't know what happened to him, but I had a good fight with him, and as well as Max and as Roglu in the beginning. But for the rest, after that, it was easy race, I would say, as the gap kept extending. So yeah. Essentially, Crystals, it looks as though he's made a mistake while he was in front of you, and you've gained a lot of time and got past him pretty quick once he'd made that mistake. Were you finding it difficult to keep up with him before he made the mistake? It was not keeping up. I was just being patient, trying to find the right moment to pass him and gain ahead of him, as I had a 3-second time penalty.
Yep. He also had a 3-second time penalty as well, I think. So I think you were racing on track for the most part. At any point as well, did you notice definitely Bot coming up from behind as well? Because he was on a very different strategy to you today, and if things had gone slightly differently for him, he could have very well pinched the top spot from you. Did that worry you at any stage, or was it something that you weren't thinking about?
I wasn't worried about him taking my spot. I was just worried about him gaining all those places, as I was hoping to be able to gain those points back in the championship standings. I was hoping Max and Ezroglu would have battled it out with him, but because of the penalties, he managed to get P2. I have to say congrats to him, as he made that strategy really work, coming from P12. Yeah, congrats to him.
Yeah, you did an excellent race. I think we may be giving him driver of the day for the moment. You were definitely an honourable mention that with how clean you raced today. But what are your thoughts for the championship? Because now that closes the gap to 3 points now, I think. So it's getting very intense between you and definitely Bot in the championship.
Yeah, I have to say, I probably think he will get the championship, as I might have to miss out on a couple of races due to personal reasons, which would be unfortunate. I will try my best to keep the championship standing and have a good fight with him.
Good stuff. Good to hear. Good to hear. I mean, I hope that I hope that he doesn't win the championship based on the fact that you just couldn't attend a couple of races, but if that happens, I suppose. Nothing anybody can really do about that. Any questions from you, Gero, at all before we get the next person in?
No, I just want to say congratulations on your win. I was really impressed how you managed your ERS. You kept saving while Crystals ahead was wasting all of his ERS. So that was really well done. And yeah, good race from you.
Thank you.
Okay, let's get Shaka in for the next one, I think. Thank you very much, Ace Boy. Have a good day. Have a good rest of the evening.
Thank you. Bye.
Okay. So, hello, Shaka FT. It's an interesting race for you there. A few incidents, a few good overtakes. What were your thoughts on how that went?
Yeah, no, it was a very fun race. For starters, I had a lot of fun out there. Just got involved in way too many fights for my liking. I would prefer a bit more a chill race, but that was not the case today. So I had quite good fights. I misjudged a few things and got involved in incidents, so that cost me. Put me out of the points basically, but not the pace was fine. tires were fine. Like everything was fine. The driving was fun. So yeah, just me to blame.
Yeah, we did see a couple of accidents from you there, unfortunately. One lock up into turn 4 as you were trying to make a move on the inside that didn't quite go to plan. And there was something happened there as well. You just overtaken Nico, I think it was, and then something happened to you that dropped you a couple of places, and we didn't see what it was. Can you explain your side of that, please?
Let me see if I remember. There was so many incidents, so I don't remember that one trying to overtake Nico. I think we were.
It was in turn 3, the tight hairpin, I think, where we caught it, and it was you had already overtaken Nico in the previous lap, and then you made a mistake at some stage and lost 2 places down that stretch, and I'm not sure exactly what happened. But if you can't remember, you can't remember.
No, I think I remember a couple of incidents there. One I had, I think that one probably is that one. I think we were there was a car ahead of us, so basically when we were coming out of the corner, we wouldn't fit, so I had to go really far on the inside, so my exit was just terrible.
Compromised massively.
Yeah, basically it was that or hitting someone, so I had to avoid. Then I had another incident in the same corner with Tilde, where he broke in front of me and I caught me by surprise, so I spawned him basically. A very late dive basically because I just carried too much speed, so that was terrible. So I had 2 incidents with him also when in turn 4 when I just missed the braking, went into the gravel. So apart from all those things, I think I could have challenged for a bit better position, but it's life. I just
it happens. It's always painful when you finish P11 because it is just that one spot outside of the points. Points always make things a little easier, but P11 still shows that you've got the pace, I think. It just means that you haven't maybe had the best race this time.
I actually wanted to go for a different strategy, but again, I messed up the strategy, so they put me on the soft tires. I wanted to start the mediums, but...
At least you didn't pit for hards for 1 lap this time, eh?
No, this time it didn't. No, that was horrible. Horrible. But yeah, that's the race. It was fun.
Good stuff. How do you feel about the championship? Are you thinking that now that some drivers have left and gone, or do you think anything's going to change for you? That things have been shaking up a bit, or are you just going to carry on the way things were?
Now look, at the beginning, it was looking much better. I was consistently getting points, but some of the guys just pick up the pace, and I don't think I will be able to catch anything in the championship. So
yeah, so unfortunately, I'm looking at the race today as an X Tier 4 driver. I'm looking at the new guys coming in, the reserves that were racing today, and I'm thinking, oh, I'm so glad I'm not racing against these guys. As Aiken, who finished the 1 spot ahead of you, put in a fastest lap of 5.4.
Yeah, no, he was quick behind me. I think he finished on track behind, but I had penalties, so he got me there. But he was coming fast. So yeah, no, there are quick guys there.
So yeah, definitely doesn't look like it's exactly changed much. The drivers swapping around and things for Tier 4. It still looks as though it's going to be the Wild West of SLR at the moment into SLR. Sorry, at the moment, I driver pace.
Yeah, I suppose that's just the way it's gonna be, because most of the newcomers will enter through Tier 4 probably. There is more seats available, first of all, and also like this they can see how they race. So there will be a lot of quick guys coming in, and hopefully they get a spot in a higher tier real quick so they can...
And finally, before I let you go, because I know you've got better things to do than do interviews with us, is there anybody in particular that you're hoping for to take the Alpha seat? Or are you just open to anybody who comes in?
Well, that was a real sad story to hear you left. So I don't think no one can replace you, man. Honestly, I don't think anyone can replace you. So that's gonna be a sad story for the rest of the championship.
It sounds like a very romantic story, but we all know it's just because I get out of the way of my teammates most of the time.
You're a great teammate. I don't know who is now your teammate, but they got lucky.
I think Inferno Kai.
Perfect. He's also great.
I had the choice of picking between him and the Racing Point, and I can't remember who's in the Racing Point. I think it's the Hammer, and I chose Inferno Kai mainly on the basis that I think I might be faster than Inferno Kai. So,
Well, good luck with that.
on the other side, I'm pretty sure he's going to be faster than me. So I went for the guy, the slower partner rather than the quicker partner, because, as we all know, the first person you compete against is your teammate. So.
Yeah,
Anyway.
correct. So yeah.
Best of luck for the rest of the season. I'm sorry to have to leave you, but I thought T3 would suit me better. But
Yeah,
yeah,
good luck with that, man. I'm looking forward to watch your races. So
yeah. You enjoy the rest of your evening, Shaka. Take care.
thank you, bye.
So it doesn't look as though we've got anybody else to interview at the moment. So that may be that.
Yeah, I think no one else wants an interview. I think that's it for tonight. It was a really nice race. Driver of the day.
Yeah, I have to agree.
I've been checking.
I'm very tempted to give it to Turkey because
Yeah,
they're definitely earned it so many times before, and Turkey has had a very impressive race where he's been involved in some good action.
yeah. Just
I'm not
checked
sure if
that
he was
as well.
involved in any incidents either. So I think maybe Turkey.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I just checked that as well. And Turkey really did a good job from P16, I believe, to P8, and that midfield is so tight. So I'm happy to vote for him for driver of the day.
We'll provisionally put him driver of the day, and obviously if lots of FIA reports come his way, then maybe we'll review it, but I don't think it is. I think he had a very clean race. So congratulations to Turkey for driver of the day.
Yep.
Not something that I have ever earned yet. Have you earned a driver of the day yet?
No, I've never. Still waiting.
Yeah. The dream still lives on, eh? Anyway. So it was a very, very exciting race. Things are very heating up in the championship in Tier 4 between Ace Bot and definitely Ace Boy and definitely Bot, or Ace Bot and definitely Boy, whichever way you want to say that. And remember, we may still have Bebix to come back as well. And Crystal's definitely seems to be showing that he's definitely got the pace to compete with these guys if he can clean up the mistakes. It's a very unfortunate one for him today.
Yeah.
So I think he's maybe thrown away a pole position that he had very easily, because at the beginning of that race he really was running away with it. But we have definitely had a very exciting Austrian GP today. But yeah, it's I suppose that's goodbye from us.
Yeah, be sure to watch tomorrow's race, Tier 3, as Kebab is going to be racing for his debut, I believe.
Yeah, first debut in a full-time seat. I fully expect to come last, like I did in my last race, but I am going to change things for this one, maybe change the setup and things. And don't forget, if you are watching, to like and subscribe the stream. It helps us out. So
For sure.
So yeah, it's goodbye from me and goodbye from Gurla. Everybody take care.
And goodbye.